All right, good afternoon, good evening, happy Friday to all of you out there. Welcome to my live stream. I hope you're all doing well. I've got the super chats enabled if you'd like to support my studio with a super chat. And just a reminder, if you check description, it'll have a link where you can follow it and become a channel member, or you can follow it and go to the Discord and join the Grey Crusade. That's right, this summer we're doing the Grey Crusade. That's 5,000 miniatures painted worldwide. So if you are a miniatures painter and you know what my channel is about, in the Warhammer community, and just a lot of stuff like that. So welcome to the channel, and I hope you enjoy your time here. As you can see, I'm on a bit of a Forge World kick. So I've got some Crimson Paladins from the Blood Angels in the back, waiting to be painted. I've got Lorgar himself, the man, the myth, the legend, and I've got the live stream tonight. Just make sure. All right, chat is enabled, so any messages you send to me, I will see. And let me know what you're working on tonight. It's a Friday night. It's a beautiful night to get some painting done, to paint some miniatures. And I'm glad you're here and you found me. If you're just doom scrolling the YouTube, just popped up on this live stream, then people accidentally make it here and found their way here from a content or whatever it popped on. That number is always very interesting. So if you'd like to, you can do giving a thumbs up to this video or leaving a comment down below. And of course, sharing the video, subscribing to my channel, all of that other stuff. Greatly, greatly appreciated. So, all right, this is an Iron Warriors Contemptor Dreadnought. All of these miniatures you see before you are Forge World miniatures. And we're doing a Friday night live stream bonanza where if you're getting sick and tired of seeing me painting whatever I'm working on, the only thing you need to do to get me to paint something else is to donate a live super chat. And if you're liking the way these Blood Angels are turning out, you'd rather see me work on more of these Terminators, then you can send me, and I will put down this Contemptor Dreadnought, paint up a Blood Angels Crimson Paladin. If you'd rather see me try my hand at painting Lorgar, the Primarch of the Word Bearers, then a super chat will get me to do that as well. So I'm basically leaving it up to you guys. The goal of the stream, I'm gonna have my first big YouTube live stream goal is to get $100 in super chats by the end of the live stream. So we're gonna try to get there, and I appreciate all of your support. If you would like to just support me as a YouTuber and you're not able to financially do so, then all you have to do is hit the like button before you go, and that will help nudge me up the algorithm. All right, leave a chat down below. Let me know where you're coming from, how you're doing, what you're painting, and I don't know what you had for dinner tonight. Let's get the chat going, and we'll get painting this Iron Warriors Dreadnought. As for me, for dinner, I had some $5 Friday Safeway fried chicken. It was, ooh, delicious. And it has powered me up and gotten me ready to paint this big, grumpy silver boy. Yeah, if you happen to be anywhere near a Safeway, $5 fried chicken, it is the bomb. It is the virus bomb. Poor Rylanor. Beck, for a sec, I don't even know how I would begin to do that. Fat Man's Kitchen, iron without. All right, sorry about having to leave for a second. The baby was crying in the other room, so I had to jump up and help her. So at this point, I'm gonna be adding the washes. I like to do an all over wash. Actually, you know what, before I do that, got a little bit more to do on this guy's body. So I'm following, it's really interesting because I'm following the Games Workshop model. And in that model, when you look at the page, the web page, you see the gallery. The middle part here, what I like to call the bathtub, is painted black underneath the outer armor. So I'm just carrying that black over here to the back. Then I noticed when you try to purchase this product, the Iron Warriors Contemptor Dreadnought upgrade kit, you are only allowed to purchase the torso. It doesn't include the shoulder pads, which has the hazard stripes on them, or the knee pads, which has hazard stripes and the Iron Warrior symbol. It doesn't have the hazard stripe leg armor. And I feel like if you're an Iron Warriors player, all that kind of stuff is integral to painting, to wanting to collect one of these, to paying the exorbitant price of a Dreadnought. So I don't know why Games Workshop doesn't sell, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they do, but when you look at the product shots on the page for this product, if you go to the store and search Iron Warriors Contemptor Dreadnought, it looks like all you're getting is the torso. All right, 18 people in the chat right now. This is the most people I've had so far in this stream. I hope you're all doing well out there, enjoying your Friday night. Thanks for hanging out with me. There's a lot of different things you could be doing on your Friday night. So thank you for hanging out in my little corner of the world, watching me paint resin miniatures from Forge World. All right, the Cookie King. That looks really cool. Wow, I'm speechless. Thank you. Semot, yo. All right, for this Friday night live stream, just want to remind everybody that if you would like at any time to see me put down the Iron Warriors Contemptor Dreadnought and paint either Lorgar or one of these Blood Angels Crimson Paladins, all Forge World models, all you have to do is send a super chat. If not, if I don't receive any super chats, I'm going to keep going until I'm finished and this guy's painted. You might notice that my black paint is very matte. It's drying very flat, and I think that lends itself to the Iron Warriors aesthetic. Grim, dour, no real like ostentatious flourishes in the design. And so what I decided to do was use good old Serum Coat black paint from Walmart. I think I got this. Is there a price tag on it still? Because I want to say it was like $3 or like $3.99. It is my favorite paint for black. So if you happen to be near a Walmart or a Target, go into the arts and crafts section. Don't sleep on the different paints you can get there because they are so good. And instead of painting $8 for a pot of Abaddon Black, you could get your very own giant tub of black paint for very cheap. Now this is what I like to do if I'm painting lenses and gemstones. I did a YouTube short on this. It was very popular. You might have seen it. It's doing numbers. And it's basically painting the lens first in Mephiston red and then giving it a little dot. There's a little too much on my brush. Offload some of that on my wet palette. A little dot of Wild Rider red. And then, once that's dry, I'm going to hit it with a Tamiya clear red. Iron Warrior's color schemes always seem to represent the grimdark theme and like mindset of 40K more than the other legions to me. Yeah, me too. I think I will agree with that. Thank you, Crow. Appreciate it. I actually got this in a big lot from an associate of mine. Talk about him all the time. It's Binks Wargaming on eBay. I think he calls himself Binks Wargaming and Painting Service or something. So check him out. If you're in the mood for some Forge World, you want to get it below market price, just let them know that you saw or you heard about him through WarbossTae, and ask him if he can help you out with any deals. Like, he's got stuff coming in all the time. There's a huge Dark Angels lot. Maybe not huge, but it's got some like Inner Circle, Knight Companions. It's got Lionel Johnson, Corswain, a bunch of Legion-specific Forge World troops and models that I asked him to hold for me. And he's also got a terrific Emperor's Children lot up right now. Like I said, he but he worked with me to curate this Iron Warriors lot. So you might have seen I painted up some Siege Terminators. I'm showing off this guy here. I think there was a Leviathan Dreadnought in this lot as well. It's just a lot of Legion-specific troops from Forge World. Just some Nurglings, hello. Welcome to my stream. 11 people in the chat right now, hanging out on a beautiful Friday night. So everybody does their painting differently, right? Everybody's got different styles and methods of painting their miniatures. My style is, I like to think of myself as a high tabletop quality. I do think that GW could have done better with Gaunt's Ghost, in my opinion. I agree. I think all their fictional stuff, Gaunt's Ghost, like the Nemesis Claw, Eisenhorn, Ravener, like their fiction for their Black Library books, it's so good, it's so developed. And instead of bringing those characters to life in their games in miniature form, they do all these weird characters like Carlina von Karstein and what's the name? The girl, the Cadian lady, Minka Lesk. It's like, yeah, okay, but I mean, how popular are the Minka Lesk books compared to, you know, the friggin' Night Lord's Omnibus, which is like quite possibly some of the best fiction in the 40K Grimdark universe. I don't know. That's just a grumpy old gamer me talking. Back in my day. Where's my Talos model? Where is it, GW? Where's my Talos model, GW? Now, every Iron Warrior should have excess pots of Seraphim Sepia. This, as the kids say, is the bomb. I'm not as big into all over washes as I used to be. I used to be a huge proponent of them. I used to cover everything in known oil and Agrax Earthshade. I used to be like Kylo Ren. Every time I'd see what a model looked like, I would be like in the AT, the AT, and I'd look at it and I'd say more. Ooh, that's a lot of known oil. That's a lot of Agrax Earthshade. More. It was never enough. But I've since gone away from the path of Agrax and known oil, and only rarely now do I advocate for an all-over wash. In Iron Warrior's case, I make an exception. Iron Warriors look best when they are covered in grody, dirty Seraphim Sepia. It creates a great-looking oily sheen, an oily Charlie sheen. And when it pools, like in these yellow hazard stripes, then it looks pretty good. You don't want it to pool too much. You do want to have some control, but Yeah, you get that just by going over the model. Like you're going to be going, whenever you do an all over wash like this, I like to keep turning it in my hands. Like Gordon Ramsay says about making scrambled eggs, you keep moving it. Don't ever stop. Don't get complacent and rest. Like you keep moving it, keep moving around, looking for those pools to redistribute. And you don't want any pools of wash, especially in the silver bits. They can pool here in the hazard stripes because those are going to be painted a more vibrant colors. But yeah, all right. Love to see the Soul Drinkers and Iron Snakes fleshed out more. I was just about to say the Iron Snakes was a great couple novels. I really enjoyed the Iron Snakes. I think I read the Iron Snakes right after I read the Night Lords Omnibus for the first time, and I thought, like, it's not as good, but it's still like pretty good. And the fact that like you can see the raw power of one Space Marine coming down to handle business, like I really enjoyed that. You think of Space Marines and the fluff and the fiction and in the game, in terms of the tabletop, you really always think of them as like part of a team or a squad. And that first story of a Space Marine, Silver Snake, or Iron Snake rather, just on his own, taking care of business, was like, wow, you can really get a sense of how powerful these super soldiers were. Like they can operate independently. They don't need an entire squad. Like you could send one to handle business, and all of the humans are going to be like left in awe. All right, what am I talking about? I'm WarbossTae. Welcome to my channel. I've been doing YouTube content for over 15 years. I started back in the dawn of the second age. Or maybe it was the second age. It wasn't the first age of YouTube. That's when everything was silly. But the second age of YouTube, I'm talking about Nataku and blue table painting, mini wargaming, beasts of war. Back in those days when the future was bright. It's like 30K. The world possibilities were limitless. We had such great potential as a species back then. I rubbed elbows with the greats. I painted with the best of them. Now they're all gone into myth. Now blue table painting though, I'm happy to see them doing stuff again. Man, that one guy, Dave, he looks like he hasn't aged a day. And that other guy, Matt, looks like a pirate now with his mustache. He still looked like such a proper young gentleman. Now mini wargaming Matt looks like a dastardly pirate. Doing dastardly deeds dirt cheap. All right. My favorite part is now over, and now I'm sad. No more washing for this Iron Warriors Contemptor Dreadnought. Okay, I gotta tell you guys, as an Iron Warriors painter, someone who paints them more now than I have before, like I said, I've been painting Warhammer for like more than 15 years, like almost all my life. And I've been streaming on YouTube, not streaming maybe, but posting video content on YouTube about my miniatures and my hobby since 2010, 2011. And I've never cared for the Iron Warriors. I always thought that they were a boring paint scheme when you've got guys like the Thousand Suns in that bright blue, and like the World Eaters in their awesome red armor. And now I'm talking about like as a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, right? And I didn't think that this color scheme was particularly interesting. But as Crow said, the older I got, the more Iron Warriors I painted, the more I feel like their aesthetic, this like almost cast iron, oily iron armor with the hazard stripes. Maybe, I don't know about the hazard stripes, but this aesthetic is very much in line with the setting as it is now. Decaying, corrupt, stagnating Imperium. and the good guys and the bad guys that do war over it. All right, Heresy Hobbyist. Ever tried oil washes? Works like a dream for all over stuff, and they're easy to remove. I've actually gotten, at my mother-in-law's place, I've got a box of all the first edition, I think they're enamel washes, the Villainy inks, and I love using them, but I don't think I'm using them correctly because they say you're supposed to apply it all over the model. After you do a base coat, you apply it all over the model, and then you go in with a Q-tip and you just like remove the surface areas, leaving the enamels in the cracks and the crevasses. And I tried doing that, and the models continue to look oily and shiny and not how I thought they would look. So I might be doing it wrong. They also said you should use some, like a hair dryer. You could use a hair dryer to make them dry faster, but I don't know if it's a drying problem or if I'm applying too much or they're just drying really glossy. But when I look at their videos, their models that they worked on, they don't look like that. So I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. But yeah, when I look at, I tried to look at some how to paint Death Guard, Grimdark Death Guard, and stuff like that. They all advocate oil washes, enamel washes. I'm just not familiar enough with it to be comfortable using it, especially on live stream where anything can happen. I'm pretty comfortable with using the Games Workshop stuff, so that's what I use. But yeah, I do want to try and branch out and use more different mediums and stuff. Never tried Villainy inks. Highly recommend to matte varnish after to change the finish. Yeah, that is what I found also. So that's because of that, I bought a matte varnish, I think from Vallejo, like a paint-on matte varnish. I used to use Dull Coat from Testers, I think. Was it Testers Dull Coat? And I would just spray it on, but what that ended up doing was making the silver and the gold and all my metallics look cloudy. So I don't know what problem that is, but it's a whole, like, everything's connected, right? And everything, just got to learn the right way to do it. I think I mentioned this on live stream the other night. There is no right or wrong way to paint a miniature. There is just your way and what you find works best for you. And that's going to change all the time as you learn new techniques. I'm going to let them dry for a minute. Let's paint up. What do you guys think, chat? I did have it so that I would put down the Iron Warrior's Contemptor in favor for another miniature to paint on stream on the condition that I receive the live chat. But since we're waiting for him to dry, I'm going to turn it to you guys. Should I paint another Blood Angels Crimson Paladin, one of these guys, or should I paint Lorgar? I'm not going to do the entire model. I do just want to get some work in while this Iron Warrior's Dreadnought dries. Grey Knights, Mashes. Yeah, I heard good things about testers. Got to balance the process to get the results you want with the different finishes. I struggle with that myself. YouTube is a great resource for learning anything. You got it, Crow. And Crow says Lorgar. And I think just finding what works for you and how you do stuff is gonna work the best. What am I talking about? Okay, so what I like about this model is that it's got that classic word bearer's decoration on the base. Some skulls, some candles. Now what I want to do is add a little something to Lorgar himself. It's such a good model. It's such a good sculpt. So what I'm going to do is, I got my iPad next to me. I'm going to pop open my browser, see if I can find a picture of Lorgar. When painting a model, I find that the best way to do it is to go online, see if either Joy Toy has it or if you can find it on Warhammer's like Games Workshop store. And if you are able to find it, then I'm really into like copying what I'm seeing now. So like I want to sell everything that I'm painting on eBay. I want to make a lot of money, and because of that, I tend to copy the box art because most people want the box art. All right, let's do Lorgar first. But getting back to what I'm talking about, the impetus to try something different, be a little creative, go outside the box is always there. And case in point, what I want to show you guys is this product called UV resin, ultraviolet resin. And when used in conjunction with, creates a pretty awesome finish. And I think for the word bearers, it's going to look particularly good. So I've got these resin candles here that I want to place on the base. Now, I had an ultraviolet light that's supposed to you know, make it hard and make it dry. I can't find it. Where is that thing? Oh, you know what? I know it. It might be over here. Okay. My tools. Edgar Skoromowski, Heresy Hobbyist. Thank you. I didn't know that that's the one who sculpted it. The cover for Betrayer is also a good little image source. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you. I have a model in mind, Crow, that you think is tough to paint or one that you feel gives you the most freedom. Models that I find off the top of my head, models that I'm finding tough to paint right now, because I'm working through a lot of different Forge World stuff. The models that I'm finding hard to paint are actually the Contakar Terminators from the Night Lords. And I mentioned this the other night in the live stream. The reason for that